Take a look at this image. It's the famous Pack.Png that everyone's been desperate to find the seed for. There are over 18 quintillion Minecraft seeds, each being 30 by 30 million blocks, but somehow the Minecraft community came together and found the seed. But how is this possible? Because there's certainly no way they could have searched every seed in Minecraft. And the tons of other seed hunts. The Minecraft title screen seed, the Skull on Fire picture seed, the Herobrine World seed, and even the Minecraft story mode seed. Who is behind this all? Meet Minecraft at Home, a group of individuals who dedicate their time to finding Minecraft's most mysterious seeds, starting with the iconic Pack.Png seed. Finding the Pack.Png seed was extremely difficult and took the help of thousands of people. Yes, thousands. There were some people who made recreations of the image to try and help, placing each block at the perfect place where the image is at an angle. There was also people that made AI image upscalers that made the image a lot more clear to see. There was tons of developers that went behind this project as well, but that's not thousands of people. See, finding seeds out of 18 quintillion different possibilities is actually pretty difficult if you haven't figured it out already. In order to search each of these seeds, it takes a lot of computing power, and I mean a lot. So the Minecraft at Home team came together with a plan to be able to find these seeds without having to wait thousands of years on their own computers. At this point in time, the developers already made this project known to the public, but in order for them to actually find the seed, they needed the help of the Minecraft community. So they asked people to contribute their graphics cards to help the cause. Now it does seem a bit suspicious. I mean, a bunch of random people asking for your computing power? Nope, not at all, and there were tons of contributors. The top three being Onin, Landjunge, and Crash Tech. I mean, give them a round of applause. And I did the calculations. The top user has a recent average credit of 8,883,395 credits. This basically means that there's 30 to 50 high-end graphics cards running on Minecraft 24/7. And with all this computer power, they limited the possible seeds down to 281 trillion using a seed reversal and tester method. And if it weren't for the seed reversal and tester methods, I genuinely don't think that this project could have been possible. Take a look at the water in this image. It seems like it has no real use, right? Well, the developers noticed the texture in the water could tell them what direction the player was facing. And the clouds in the sky was used to find the positive x-axis, somehow. Now this was a huge breakthrough for the Minecraft at Home team because several other methods were tried, including tree positions to narrow down possible chunks, but there were a lot of complex issues with this. I'm gonna try and explain it as simple as possible. The coordinates for the chunk and the chunk borders were unknown, so it ended up not being a viable option. There was even a point where they looked at Notch's old videos and tried to find the resolution of his monitor. There were loads of complex methods that they tried to use to find the seed, most of them including the angle of the camera, and they somehow came together that the possible coordinates were 116, y, -31. Then using several other methods like the terrain height, they limited the possible amount of seeds down from 281 trillion to 700,000 seeds. So they began searching. Now, of course, 700,000 seeds is still a lot, but it was a lot better than 18 quintillion seeds. Then, on September 7th, 2020, after 8 months of searching, they did the impossible. They discovered the Pack.Png seed and coordinates and recreated the exact image that Notch had taken. And just like that, 8 months of hunting just for this one seed was complete, and they were known as Minecraft legends. Except they weren't done. The Minecraft title screen panorama is one of the most well-known images by the Minecraft community. It's been around for over 7 years, starting in the beta 1.8 update and ending in the well-known 1.13 aquatic update, which then would be changed every update from that point on. But at that time, the screen was very plain and simple, yet everyone seemed to love it. During the seed cracking for the Pack.Png image, they also came up with an idea to find the seed for the Minecraft title screen panorama. When you first take a look, it seems impossible for you to crack the seed. I mean, the whole thing is super blurry. But when looking into the game files, you can actually see all 6 images that make up the original panorama. If you take a look at these images, already the Minecraft at Home team had a huge head start with so many things to look at, all in clear, high quality images. Since the image was introduced in beta 1.8, the exact version had to be known for the developers to reverse engineer the seed, as not just making huge changes to how terrain generated around that time. But this ended up not being an issue because in the game files you can actually see the exact date that the image was saved, June 27th, 2011. Since this is the date before beta 1.8 was released, it had to be either beta 1.6 or beta 1.7. So with all the research and information collected, the Minecraft at Home team went to work, starting with a recreation of the image. Since the clouds were visible in the image, they used them to find the Z direction, just like how they did for the Pack.Png image. But there's still a very important clue in this image that they had just found out: the grass. If you take a close look at the grass in Minecraft, you can kind of notice how there's an offset by a couple of pixels. But turns out the offset is actually the exact same for every world seed at a specific coordinate. So it's not really random, rather it's a pattern. The Z and Y coordinates were already found by the Minecraft at Home team by using the clouds, and placing the grass in a straight line for a couple hundred blocks could determine the X coordinate. And technically, since the Minecraft world is 30 million blocks long, he could have ended up placing grass for eternity. But luckily for the Minecraft at Home team, Notch probably just popped into a random world and didn't care to even travel 200 blocks and saw a cliff and took the pictures and left like nothing happened. So with using both the cloud and grass patterns, the team came together that the exact coordinates are 60, 77, negative 67. With these coordinates, the seed reverser and tester method was much more effective. But there's still 281 trillion seeds in Minecraft, and there was actually another method used from this image to limit down the possible seeds. And this is about to blow your mind. Take a look at the grass in this image again, not for the offset, but to notice something different. The shades of green are actually different. In the previous versions of Minecraft, there was a feature called biome blending, which made some blocks have different shades of colors. So the Minecraft at Home team used the coordinates with the color values and made a graph. And using this graph, this eliminated all of the seeds that didn't have the exact combination. This limited the possible seeds down from 281 trillion to 90 billion, which was a huge step in the right direction. Then using the border for the desert and plains biome, the possible amount of seeds was limited down to 11 million possible seeds. 11 million seeds is still a lot, but the Minecraft at Home team couldn't find any other clues in the image, so they decided it was time to brute force seeds using computing power. And the Minecraft community once again openly supported this project, helping to power it, averaging around 1,000 to 5,000 seeds discovered per second. Now usually this process takes a very long time. It took them 8 months to find the Pack.Png seed, but luckily for the Minecraft at Home team, after only searching 12% of the seeds, they found an exact match. Actually 2 exact matches for some reason. This randomly happens sometimes as some worlds have multiple valid seeds, which just goes to show how lucky they are. And just like that, they found the exact cliff and they finally got to rest. Of course, after they find the Herobrine World seed. The Herobrine World seed. Some say that Herobrine is a myth and was edited into this picture, while some others truly believe that there's something greater hidden in the game files. But the Minecraft at Home team wasn't focused on Herobrine in this image, rather they were focused on the seed, cause why wouldn't they? The Minecraft at Home team started off this project by literally taking everything in this image and analyzing it, starting with the 2 least useful things in this image. The chicken, because mob spawning isn't dependent on the world seed. Mobs can spawn anywhere, including passive mobs. Then the second most useless thing in this image is Herobrine, because according to the Minecraft at Home team, it was photoshopped. Sorry to crush your dreams everyone, but it may just be a myth. Next up, the fog in this image could be used to find the chunk borders. They didn't really specify how the fog could be used to find the chunk borders, but it ended up not being useful at the end of the day. Next up, the player that took this image had a pretty empty inventory. And by using common sense, they could assume that they have respawned recently, around 100 to 500 blocks away from 0, 0. Then, the dirt texture in the image tells us that the player is facing the negative X direction. Then, the 8 small trees tells us that a big tree and a small tree can't be in the same chunk, so they can eliminate all chunk offsets with both a big tree and a small tree. Then, the most useful thing in this whole image according to the Minecraft at Home team is the 2 big trees, both size 11. See, in Minecraft 2 big trees don't spawn together all that often, so the developers got pretty lucky when it came to this. Using both the little bits of information they have collected and the trees, they limited the possible amount of seeds down to 430 million seeds. Minecraft has a built-in random number generator in the old versions of Minecraft that make leaves sometimes disappear. The Minecraft at Home team used this to their advantage, but it actually turns out it's a bug. So this limited the possible amount of seeds down to 4.5 million, which then the Minecraft at Home team began their search using their seed tester method. And it went to work. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 4.4 million. 4.5 million. Hey, is there something wrong here? We tested every possible seed, but we didn't get a single match. For the first time in a while, the Minecraft at Home team made a very small error. Turns out that there's a single leaf block in the screenshot that was recorded wrong in the data. One small mistake made the seed reversal method rule out the possible seed for it, even though it was correct. In the end though, they did end up finding the seed after having to do a manual inspection of 11 seeds, which left the Herobrine World seed. But this raises a question. Was it the developer's fault that the seed reversal method had a glitch, or was it Herobrine possessed? Okay, my bad. The Skull and Fire picture seed is probably one of the most iconic paintings in Minecraft, dating back all the way to beta 1.3. It's actually based off of a real painting, which then Mojang just pixelated to make this iconic image. At first, it started off as a suggestion on the Minecraft at Home Discord server, but then, the Minecraft at Home team took a good glance at this picture and realized that this might be based on a real seed. Once it was confirmed to be a real seed by the owner of the painting, Christopher, the Minecraft at Home team had an idea. There's not much to dissect in the painting alone, but they decided to reach out to Christopher to ask for more details about the painting. And they hit the jackpot. Christopher had the original screenshot of the background of the seed, and this was a huge breakthrough for the developers. Not only would this make it a lot easier to find clues in this image, but it was also a lot easier to see. But unfortunately, it's not the raw screenshot of the full Minecraft window because it was cropped. Also, the crosshair was edited out, which was just one less clue for them. They asked Christopher a few more questions, one being about the resolution of his monitor, which was found to be 1920 by 1200. Since in the old versions of Minecraft there wasn't a built-in F2 screenshot button, they had trouble finding the exact date it was taken. But luckily for them, Christopher still had the image saved from over 15 years ago. October 12, 2010, the exact date that the image was taken. This lets them assume that the version it was taken was alpha 1.1.2_01, as it was released less than 3 weeks prior to the screenshot. The reason I said assume is because there was an image of Christopher with Notch on an older version of Minecraft, and this had to be done manually as you couldn't visit any older versions back then. Now with all of the information collected, it was time to dissect the image, starting by finding out where the crosshair was. Christopher told him that he had edited the crosshair out of the image as there was no way to hide the GUI using F1 back then. Luckily for the Minecraft home team, Christopher accidentally left a clue in the image. When you first take a look, you can't really see anything that shows where the crosshairs are, but when brightening it up, you can actually see little pixels that show where the crosshair was. They then came to a conclusion that the crosshairs was here using the little pixels. They also figured out that the player was facing the negative Z direction using the moon. This is what the moon looks like when it's rising from the north, and this is what it looks like setting from the south. Then, like every other previous seed finding project, they used the clouds to find the Z coordinate, -29. And by lining up the moon and the player, they found the exact time, 13,249 ticks. Then, they had one of their team members, Joey, make the image a lot more clearer using a custom AI and some of his own editing. And by using a couple other methods, the most helpful being the flowers in the middle of the valley, they got the exact coordinates for everything. X equals -249, Y equals 91, and Z equals -29. They also got the pitch and yaw, which was found aligning the camera angle with the recreation of the image. Then, after limiting the possible seeds down from 18 quintillion to 187 million, they used two different graphs. They started the seed tester using the Minecraft community's computing power, and everything was going well. But unexpectedly, on September 10th, 2020, a random user in the Discord named Andrew found 2 valid seeds before the automatic seed tester was even 10% done, and he nonchalantly captioned the image, painting, "But there's snow everywhere." Once everyone was done being freaked out and confused, they interviewed Andrew and he shared the 2 seeds and let everyone in on his secret. The whole time that the Minecraft home team was trying to crack the seed, he was secretly using his own method by himself. And keep in mind, Andrew had nowhere near the amount of resources that the Minecraft home team did and still pulled it off. What a legend. So the Minecraft home team stopped the seed tester and found the seed and decided to dive into a new project. But before I dive into the final seed, I want to give a special thanks to someone, and that someone is you. I recently hit 3,000 subscribers, and this is making my dream of becoming a YouTuber ever since I was a kid become true. Consider this, 1 like and subscribe from you can help me reach my goal of 10,000 subscribers and push out this video to more people. Seriously, you guys, thank you so much. Okay, enough yapping, time for the final seed. Of course, I had to save the best for last, the Minecraft Story Mode seed. The Minecraft Story Mode seed was actually the easiest seed to find out of all the previous ones, believe it or not. The project was first stumbled across by a member of their Discord server, Melody, who suggested it after searching the game files. The Minecraft home team knew without a doubt that they could find the seed for it, but it was focused on the Endercon map rather than the temple map. Andrew from the previously mentioned seed cracking decided to take the main lead on this project. He started off by realizing that the map isn't exactly a 1-for-1 scale, so he fixed that using his own complex method that he didn't let us know. And when taking a close look at the map, all of the trees are actually taiga trees, so Andrew started searching for chunks with a significant amount of taiga trees. And with barely any information, the number of seeds was significantly limited down, and it was time to brute force seeds with computing power once again. Despite Andrew encountering a few bugs while trying to brute force seeds, he ended up finding an exact match. On October 1st, 2023, in less than 5 days, Andrew had found the seed from just a 3x3 map. However, even though it was featured in Minecraft Story Mode, nowhere in the seed correlated with the order of the stone temple map. This is because the map that we see in the temple is actually custom made, not naturally generated. Although it was impossible to find the seed for the temple map, this is still insanely impressive to find out of 18 quintillion different possibilities. The Minecraft home team continues to prove throughout the years that they are extremely determined to find seeds for the Minecraft community to enjoy. I found this extremely cool, and that's why I'm making a video on this. Seriously, a huge thanks to the Minecraft home team for doing all this. Their channel and website is linked in the description below, as well as all of the seeds mentioned during this video. If you want to see how Parrot is keeping Minecraft SMP content alive, go check out this video, because if you enjoyed this one, you will surely enjoy that. Like and subscribe to help me reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.